In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 24, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. New York Yankees versus Baltimore Orioles. The New York Yankees are on the road Sunday when paying a visit to Camden Yards to play the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees are 65-31 and sit first in the American League East with a 12-game lead over the second-place Tampa Bay Rays. Baltimore is 47-47 and last in the American League East, trailing the front-running Yankees by 17 games. New York is 1-5 in their last 6 road games and 58-25 in their last 83 games. The over is 8-1 in New York's last 9 road games. Baltimore is 9-1 in their last 10 home games and 5-2 in their last 7 game threes of a series. The over is 5-0-1 in Baltimore's last 6 games. New York is 44-16 in these two teams' last 60 head-to-head meetings. New York has won 36 of the last 51 played at Camden Yards, and the Yankees have won 44 of the last 59 overall against the Orioles. Baltimore struggles against opponents from the American League East, losing 76 of the last 108. New York starter Nestor Cortes pitched 1 inning in the All-Star game and did not give up any hits or runs, and in his last appearance on July 14th, the left-hander gave up just 4 hits and 1 run in 7 innings against the Cincinnati Reds. Yankees slugger Aaron Judge hit a pair of home runs in Friday's opening game of the series and is leading baseball with 36 round trippers. Although Baltimore won Dean Kremer's last start, the right-hander was hit hard, allowing 8 hits and 3 runs in just 4 innings versus Tampa Bay. The Yankees looked great in the first game of this series, and I just don't see the Orioles hitting the ball well enough to keep this game close. So the New York Yankees to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Nestor Cortes has been a beast this season, as he only has a 2.63 ERA and a 1 WHIP. The Orioles have the 25th lowest overall team batting average, as they will continue to fail to reach base safely throughout this game. The Yankees are one of the best teams in the field, and they aren't going to allow Baltimore to score any cheap runs. I also don't see the Yankees giving the Orioles second or third chances to score. They will stay clean in the field and keep Baltimore off the scoreboard. Dean Kremer looked shaky in his last start, but I still believe he can silence the Yankees' bats for the majority of the game. He is 3-1 on the year and has a 2.59 ERA. As the Yankees have struggled with right-handed pitchers all season, he will eventually give up runs, but he will do his job for the majority of the game. The Yankees have been up and down at the plate over the past few weeks. Expect both teams to look solid on the mound and in the field. I see this being a low-scoring game, as Nestor Cortes isn't going to allow the Orioles to get their bats going in this one. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Blue Jays versus Boston Red Sox. The Toronto Blue Jays meet with the Boston Red Sox in the 3-game series finale Sunday afternoon from Fenway Park. The Blue Jays give the start to Ross Stripling, aiming for his 2nd consecutive win. The Red Sox counter with rookie Brayan Bello. The Jays lead the season series by a 9-3 count. The Boston Red Sox are 1-8 straight up in their last 9 games and are 1-5 straight up in their last 6 games when playing at home against Toronto. The Toronto Blue Jays are 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games when playing on the road against Boston, and are 5-1 straight up in their last 6 games against Boston. After the ridiculous 28-5 win to open up the second half of their season, the Blue Jays got things done with a much more reasonable score on Saturday. Regardless, they're getting in a bit of a rhythm, as they've now won 5 straight games. They haven't had a great month of July, so getting a winning streak going is much needed. That's especially the case with the tight American League wild card race, which is essentially the entire American League East. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are falling behind the pack and are even in jeopardy of being overtaken by the Orioles soon. That's not something Boston fans expected coming into this season, but there's a clear reason as to why. The Red Sox simply don't have the pitching staff to compete with the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Rays on a regular basis. That was put on full display in their last 2 games before the All-Star break. New York dominated them by a combined score of 27-3. After giving up 28 runs in this series opener, it's as if the Sox think they're playing in Gillette Stadium with the Patriots rather than at Fenway Park. Nothing in the pitching department looks to be getting better in Sunday's series finale either. They'll be starting a rookie in Brian Bello, who just got his major league debut a little over 2 weeks ago. He's had 2 starts, both of which were losses to the Rays. Tampa put up 9 runs in 8 innings against him, a team more known for their pitching. Toronto, however, has one of the most potent 1-5 hitters in the league. Stripling is on a pretty solid run right now. He did struggle at times versus the Rays back on July 3rd, but since then he's done well. Over his last pair combined, Stripling is 1-0 with 2 earned in 12 innings on 9 hits and a walk. If he can post a quality outing here, I believe that Toronto will be in good shape. The Red Sox have struggled as of late and should fall again to the Blue Jays here. With Rafael Devers now on the injured list, they should be able to outscore the Sox, so the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. Toronto has scored the 3rd most runs in baseball and has the 3rd best slugging percentage. Boston is 22nd in team ERA and the Red Sox have scored the 8th most runs. The total has finished over in 37 of Toronto's last 53 games and in 22 of the team's last 28 that Toronto has played against a team with a winning record. The total has finished over in each of Boston's last 5 games and in 20 of the last 26 that the Red Sox have played against a team with a winning record. The Jays have scored at least 5 runs in 4 out of their last 5 games against the Red Sox pitching this season, including Friday's wild 28-run performance. Bello is just a rookie and can't be expected to contain the Jays' hot lineup. In addition, while I expect Stripling to contain Boston, he has posted a 6.09 ERA against the rivals in his career. The Red Sox have scored at least 5 runs in 5 out of their last 6 home games. The over is also 4-1 in the Red Sox's last 5 games overall. I expect plenty of runs in this one. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Twins versus Detroit Tigers. The Minnesota Twins will be trying to increase their lead in the American League Central when they face the Detroit Tigers in the final game of their 2-game series on Sunday afternoon. Joan Duran, 1-3 and 2.36 ERA, will get the start for the Twins. The Tigers will counter with Drew Hutchison, 1-4 and 4.46 ERA. Detroit and Minnesota split their last 10 meetings. The Tigers have lost 5 of their last 6 games. They aren't very good offensively, but they have played worse during their slump and were shut out in 2 of their last 3 games. Even though Duran hasn't made a start this season, he has pitched well out of the bullpen, giving up 3 earned runs in his last 7 innings pitched. He didn't give up a run in 3 innings pitched against the Tigers and will keep their offense in check. The Twins are also struggling, but they continue to play well offensively, scoring 18 runs in their last 3 road games. They've done a good job against right-handers and they're facing Hutchison, who has struggled in recent starts, giving up 8 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 12 runs in his last 4 starts against the Twins and will have a hard time slowing them down. So the Minnesota Twins money line is our full game side pick. The Tigers have been frustrating the last month or so when it comes to run production. Their overall season stats show them as the lowest scoring team in baseball, but they've had their bats wake up at times recently. They still aren't incredible, but Javier Baez is finally looking 100% and Jonathan Scoop has had some timely hitting. As long as there are just a couple of runs from Detroit, the Twins' healthy lineup can put up runs in bunches. The American League Central isn't the strongest division, but Minnesota has been leading it by outscoring opponents. Buxton knocked in the game-winning RBI for the American League in the All-Star game, and there's still World Series champion Carlos Correa batting behind him. Leadoff man Luis Ariz is a great lefty to have at the top of the lineup, and got a hit in the All-Star game as well. If those guys can perform against the best pitchers in the game, they can do so against a reliever in an uncomfortable role. The Twins are averaging 4.48 runs per game and 4.93 runs per game on the road. They average 0.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Tigers. With Detroit giving up 4.21 runs per game at home, the Twins will hit their average in this game. The Tigers are averaging 3.14 runs per game and 3.62 runs per game at home. They averaged 4 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Twins. With Minnesota giving up 4.18 runs per game on the road, the Tigers will score enough runs to push the score past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.